This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
All right, a Broadhead dude was arrested Friday for OWI after his vehicle was found in a ditch in the town of Avon. Rock County Sheriff's Office deputy responded to the intersection of W Highway 81 and South County TKT. What is that? At 4:46 in the p.m., man was found slumped over in the driver's seat. Chihuahua, 35-year-old man, arrested for felony, fourth offense, OWI. So he's going to be sitting for a while. I suppose he's probably going to see the judge today. They don't name the people until they see the judge. So some 35-year-old dude from Broadhead, fourth OWI, slumped over in the driver's, at least he was in the driver's seat.
Lawyer up and find yourself some Jesus. Number 4. Good Lord.
At 35.
35 at, down Broadhead way, there's not much to do. Except I go to the Piggly Wiggly and drink.
Decatur Dairy.
Decatur Dairy. Look at you shouting out Decatur Dairy.
Man, good cheese curds.
Oh, fourth, that's like big boy prison time. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, that's at least 6 months.
That's felony territory there.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh.
All right, and then I have an update to a story that
Update!
Oh my God. So loud. In late September 2023, as the first big storm of the fall was kicking up in the UK, a malicious plan was hatched to take down one of England's favorite trees. Daniel Graham sent a message to his buddy, Adam Caruthers, telling him to get the saws warmed up, suggesting they might have some work clearing fallen trees, right? But it wasn't the high winds that brought down the famous Sycamore Gap tree that night.
I'll give you some high wind.
Oh, okay. It was Graham and Caruthers not cleaning up damage from the storm, but creating a mess of their own. The pair convicted of 2 counts each of criminal damage by a jury in Newcastle Crown Court after a little more than 5 hours deliberation over 2 days. Even without the smoking chainsaw, prosecutors were able to prove the case through a trove of digital evidence that put the men near the tree at the time it was felled, or showed them excitedly discussing it the next day as the story of the tree's demise went viral. Now, this is the tree that was famous from...
the Robin Hood.
Yeah.
At the wall, the brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, what a bunch of dicks.
Totally. So...
was that a property dispute, or were they just dicks?
Just dicks.
Wow. Just normal old dickish behavior.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's terrible. And I mean...
That was a beautiful tree.
Tourists and everybody would go there. The prime piece of evidence was grainy video on Graham's phone of the crime being committed on the dark and stormy night. Footage of the tree's last stand showed a solitary figure silhouetted beneath a towering canopy in a struggle with the trunk as the unmistakable sound of the chainsaw whined above the wind. With a single crack, the buzz of the saw died down. The person stepped back, and the tree that had stood for about 150 years crashed to earth. Metadata pinpointed the location of the video at the tree's location. And is it Northumberland National Park? Other data showed Grumm's Range Rover had traveled there.
We were going to bury Ozzy under it, right beside it.
Yeah,
it's
no kidding.
Real damn shame.
Sycamore Gap tree was not Britain's biggest or oldest sycamore, but it was prized for its picturesque setting.
Yeah.
Symmetrically planted between 2 hills along the ancient wall built by Emperor Hadrian in AD 122.
There was no other tree there. It was just that tree.
Attracted generations of followers. The tree had been known to locals, but received international attention during Kevin Costner's 1991 film, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Let me get a look at you. Tree.
It drew tourists, lovers, landscape photographers, and even those who would spread the ashes of loved ones. Not anymore!
It's just the way it was sitting.
It was everything.
In between the hills. I mean, it was just so pretty. It's pretty. And then just chopped down because other people liked it. What is that?
No idea.
What condition is that? God. Somebody else. Did they live near it?
Neither Graham, who had a small construction business, nor Carruthers, a mechanic who sometimes worked with him, showed any visible reaction as the verdicts were read. Justice Christina Lambert ordered both men held in custody until sentencing on July 15th. They could face a lengthy period in custody. The maximum sentence for criminal damage is 10 years in prison.
And not even teenagers, grown-ass men.
Grown-ass men. The defendants, once close friends, both testified that they were at their respective homes that night and had nothing to do with the crime.
See, to get rid of the copycats, send a message. That's how you do it. That's why we don't do it right. You put these assholes in jail for 12 years.
Right. Graham pointed the finger at Carruthers, saying he was obsessed with the tree. Graham said his friend and another man had taken his Range Rover and phone to the site to frame him. Carruthers said he didn't understand why people were so upset about just a tree, saying it was almost as if someone had been murdered.
Well, then why were you obsessed with it?
Right.
Why did you have to cut it down?
Right.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Richard Wright said the two men were in on it together from the start. Evidence showing Carruthers had gone far out of his way earlier in the day to go near the tree on a reconnaissance mission.
See, I get it if you're 13 and you're breaking stuff just to be an asshole. Then at least you'd have a reason because you're an idiot and you don't know anything. And now here's these two guys.
Wright said he couldn't say who cut the tree and who held the phone, but the two men were the only people in the world with the video on their devices. As Graham's vehicle was tracked on its way back towards his home in Carlisle, which is about 40 minutes away, Carruthers received a video from his partner of their infant and replied, "I've got a better video than that." Oh, no. Just a couple chodes.
Yeah.
At the time of that text conversation, the only people in the world who knew the tree had been felled were the men who had cut it down. And the only people in the world who had access to the video were the men who had filmed themselves in the act of cutting down the tree.
Yeah.
Graham and Carruthers.
I mean, it's like, hey, douchebag, at least make a chair out of it. Make a table.
Yeah.
Do something.
The next day, the two feverishly exchanged messages after the tree was discovered. "It's gone viral. It's worldwide," Graham said.
We're famous.
Carruthers forwarded a Facebook comment by a man who criticized the disgusting behavior of the weak vandals. Carruthers said he'd like to see the man launch an operation like we did last night. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, real SEAL team. The SEAL team is jealous of your cunning behavior, gentlemen. Yeah.
Wright said police never located the chainsaw used to fell the tree, but each man had access to plenty of saws, a fact they both tried to downplay. Investigators also couldn't find a wedge of wood cut from the trunk of the to drop the tree in the right direction, but images on Graham's phone showed a slice of wood and a chainsaw in the back of his vehicle at his home. A forensic botanist said there was very strong evidence it was the missing wedge that Wright suggested had been taken as a trophy. Prosecutors offered no evidence of a motive for the crime other than calling it senseless vandalism, but Wright suggested to jurors in his closing argument that the men cut down the tree for a bit of a laugh, but had failed to realize the anger they would spark. Yeah. The tree was originally valued at more than $830,000.
Wow.
Damage to the wall, because there was a wall there, nearly $1,500.
Just destroying stuff or just to destroy stuff? Wow. You watch, you younger people. That makes, as you age, you will get angrier and angrier about things like this.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I don't know what overcomes us as we age about something that took so long destroyed in seconds. It's just there's something
that
really
was like those people that toppled the boulders in Utah. Freaking part, and it was a goddamn Boy Scout leader.
Yeah.
On top of it, where you're like, you son of a bitch. It just makes you so mad because why are you even doing it?
Yeah.
Just leave it be for other people to freaking enjoy.
Right.
But they can't.
Millions and millions of people come by and pay respects, and then you gotta do that. And there's really no great punishment for it. There's no sufficient amount of punishment for guys like this.
Right.
They'll never pay their. That's weird. I don't know what you do with them. The sentence will never match the crime. Never make up for it. That stinks. What would you give them if you were a judge?
The max, 100%. You have to send a message with these people. These are grown men.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not just a tree. I mean, it's the wall, it's the location, it's hope, it's
tourist money.
It's peaceful, it's tourist money. It's like, can we have one nice thing?
You know? God damn.
Yeah. Does it make sense?
Yeah, and then I'd be like, okay, anybody who had a connection to the tree can come here and punch these people in the face for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't replace it, and you can't. One of those things. Just, the nice things go away. That's the problem. And you can't replace them. And maybe that's a part of the aging process as you get older. And you look back longingly at nice things.
Yeah.
that you can't recreate. I don't know. It's just nature. It's cool.
It was beautiful.
Way to go, TikTok a-holes. Whatever. I just want a nice thing.
I know. All right.
And then you can't figure it out. That's the other angry part. You try to figure out the brain of an asshole, of a vindictive, senseless asshole.
Well, and then that jerk.
And that's even worse because you can't figure it out.
His lady sends him a video of their baby, and he's like, I got a better video than that. And it's of him cutting down the tree.
Yeah.
Like, we're at peak asshole now. Oh, okay. So the video of your baby sucks. Awesome. But the video of you destroying a 150-year-old tree is way better.
Well, we'll reinvent it as the world's most famous stump. We'll see if that catches on. And we'll make a movie about a stump. All right?
No.
We'll put that in the next Star Wars trilogy.
All right.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Even got the dog.
Auburn, Nebraska. Auburn dude facing 2 felonies after being accused of attacking his neighbor and her 7-year-old daughter with a lightsaber.
Jesus.
Sheriff's deputy said Aiden White, 25, admitted to striking the woman and her child. He's like, yeah, I did it. According to court docs, White stated that he got upset with the victims because their rent was going to be raised due to them keeping the thermostat set too high. Okay.
Weird.
Seems like a logical reason to attack a child.
Completely.
Deputy seized the lightsaber and described it as a higher quality device. Some of these are nice. I don't think this was like the $6 one you can get at the Walmart.
Right.
It was made of metal and thick plastic. It was about 3.5 feet long and strong and down to get the friction on. Deputies said the device could cause significant pain and injury when used to strike someone. Affidavit said the victims and witnesses all said White has a propensity for violent outbursts. Stated he previously chased a neighbor down the street with an axe. Awesome.
The force is crazy with this one.
Yeah. Where is this going to end? Oh, I don't know. With him killing somebody?
No.
He's facing charges of felony child abuse and second-degree assault.
Wow.
Yeah. Clearly some issues.
You think 100 guys with plastic lightsabers could take out a gorilla?
I don't know.
They went full Naruto on the gorilla. What do you think?
With the nicer lightsabers?
Nah, the plastic cheap ones.
Oh,
The little battery in it.
I don't think so. I don't know. The gorilla don't have no endurance, though. I don't know. I go back and forth. Don't make me think about this anymore.
Okay.
I always come back to a gorilla beating off dudes, and it gets really weird.
What's the difference between a good lightsaber and a cheap lightsaber?
Just the material they're made with.
Yeah.
Some of I think there's some of the like nicer ones that don't collapse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The cheap ones, they collapse into themselves.
Oh, got it.
I'm sure you've seen.
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
like if you just do like a quick,
They
a flick,
yeah, they fly out.
they fly out. But they're relatively thin
For
plastic.
a second, you're like, oh man, that guy's gonna really laser my head off.
And the handle's even like pretty thin plastic.
But you know what? You know what usually ends up happening? Plastic lightsabers can't deflect pepper spray when the cop shows up.
It's so true.
And that's when you're like, oh man, they ripped me off. I didn't get the good lightsaber.
But like if you go down to like I think is it Universal Studios where you get the lightsabers, you can pay. I think it's like I don't know. It's a lot of money, $600 or something.
Wow.
Crap, and you get a super nice lightsaber.
Right.
Jesus Christ! Look at my super nice lightsaber.
I mean, it's kind of a cool crime to get arrested for. It kind of gives you street cred a little bit. I mean, it's at first you're like, oh man, lightsaber. That's badass. He's from the future.
Yeah. Just don't tell anybody you hit a kid.
Yeah. You don't need to beat the kid with a plastic
don't say it was a
lightsaber.
7-year-old.
Cool. Yeah, not cool.
That's less street cred.
Yeah.
A woman in Ohio crashed her car after she noticed there was a spider in it and tried to get rid of it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm going to dump this hot McDonald's coffee on it and kill it. But it's in my vagina. I hate it when that happens.
Now, I've had a wasp in my car before, which gets scary. But a spider, I've had a spider that lived in my car, and I have a symbiotic relationship with spiders.
It's like Charlotte. You're going to let it go.
I let it live.
It's like my bird nest in my pergola.
Yeah, totally.
I know.
There was a jumping spider in the car one time, and that I did not let live in there because of the jumpiness.
Yeah.
I catched and released. Kind of thing.
I have a family of brown recluse in my car, and I have to be very still when they're crawling around my groin area, and I don't make any sudden moves, for the radio that's why I don't use my blinker. I'll get bit by a brown recluse.
Did you know that brown recluse really they aren't like mean? It's when you're like.
It's when
you shove your hand in their area.
Right.
Although my friend Jessie probably will disagree. She's been bit in the face twice while she was sleeping by the brown recluse.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, maybe you just tasty, bitch. I don't know what to tell you.
She tastes like cinnamon.
Toledo police were called to the scene around 10:30 p.m. Vehicle crashed into an overhead rail bridge support beam. They asked the 40-year-old woman, they were like, bitch, what happened? And she responded, there's a spider in my car, and I was trying to get it. She had a broken wrist, taken to the hospital for treatment, and she got a citation for failure to control. And I'm sure her insurance rates are going to go up.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds, and way along comes a spider, sat down beside her and said, hey, what's in the bowl, bitch? Oh, yeah.
Have you heard Andrew Dice play lately?
I saw him like a year ago or something. I saw him doing some stand-up at a very tiny casino.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see him. I just saw it on YouTube.
I heard the audio. I did not see video.
I'm sure he
sounded old.
Yeah, I was going to say, he is old. He should be old.
I know.
Yeah, but he's probably he's got to be pushing 70, doesn't he?
He's got to be.
Got to be 70. He's got to be up there with David Lee Roth.
He doesn't look bad. If that's a new picture, 67.
67, yeah.
Yeah.
Dice. What a moment in time that was.
Yeah. 2025, I don't think Andrew Dice is quite going to make it.
Here today, gone tomorrow. Talk about a one-hit wonder. I think I just did the hit.
I think you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, so this lady, what she did, she totaled her car?
She hit a support beam, yeah.
Wow.
It was not good.
Yeah. I mean, I
Is
get it.
the spider okay?
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, how many poisonous spiders are going to be in where?
Her car.
No, where? What state?
Toledo.
Oh,
Ohio.
Toledo.
Yeah.
You got to worry more about radioactive leach fields in Toledo more than you do, I think, spiders.
Some people get really, really weird about spiders, though.
Oh, I don't like spiders.
I
hate spiders. I mean, I try not to. I won't kill a spider. I mean, if I see one, I'll try to get it outside. Try not to kill dudes. Live and let live.
Yeah, well, and
I just don't need a family of them in my living room.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Where do you think they come from? Like you see one up on your wall. You're like, dude, what? How'd you get in here?
Oh well, they get through tiny crevices.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's leave your mom out of this.
That's.
Anyway,
I'd
like to be on your Harley, and then here comes Spider Lady losing her mind. She hasn't.
Right.
She's barreling right at you in the opposite lane.
Yeah.
The wrong lane.
The wasp was a scary one buzzing up by me, but also, like, I just keep it in perspective, like, how bad does a wasp sting really hurt?
Right.
Not terribly bad.
Right. I'll take the bite.
I'll take the bite.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on the Beltline or interstate and
Yeah.
you're all going 70, I mean, I'll take the bite.
Totally.
I mean, I would try to, in that case, I'd probably try to kill it within reason.
Right. Right. Because, I mean, it's not like you can just pull over anywhere.
Right.
You know, you kind of got to keep your snit together. But, yeah, whatever. It's just.
Control your fear.
It's like Avery's terrified of, like, well, not terrified, but wasps, bees, this and that, right? Like, oh, I saw a wasp out there. I'm going to stop weed whacking for a while. Well, you ain't never been stung by one. You don't even know how bad it hurts.
Right.
It doesn't hurt that
I
bad.
don't know if I've been stung by a wasp. Everything else. You like to be going down the road and you see like a lady, like a car literally on fire coming at you going 80. Lady tried to get her lighter out, kill the spider.
Her blowtorch.
So I don't know.
Craziness.
Hard to judge. But if it wasn't unless it's attacking you, what are we talking about here?
Why are we doing this while we're driving?
I bet after she crashed, the spider's like, crawled right out, went in a tree, took a nap.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast. Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Okay, Bill Belichick's girlfriend. People not a fan because she's a little weird. Kind of controlling, but whatever. It's fine.
He's all mine.
She placed at the 2025 Miss Maine USA pageant.
Ooh.
Third. It's okay. New England native, 24 years old. Came in third place during the finals of the event in Portland, Maine. On Sunday, supported by boyfriend Bill Belichick, watching from the audience, probably in a torn T-shirt.
Oh, Bill. Yeah, torn sweatshirt.
Hudson, who lost to Shelby Howell, previously placed as a runner-up in the competition in 2024 when she lost to Ann Baldridge.
Oh, no.
Yep. So now this Howell lady, Shelby, is going to represent Maine in the next round of competition, which is the 2025 Miss USA pageant.
Maine. So she's from Maine? She a transplant?
Well, she must be. It says New England native, so I'm assuming it's Maine.
All right.
Before she was awarded third place, she spoke to those in attendance saying, I hope those watching this find the strength to push through whatever it is and embody that hate never wins.
As she becomes an internet meme. We're not going to talk. We're not going to talk about this. No, that reminded me. I thought it was one of those things. I don't know how beauty pageants work really, but I thought you could just go enter in a state where you think there'd be less pretty girls. You know, it's like when Lauren Boebert switched districts in Colorado because she thought she was going to get her ass kicked in one side of the state, so she moved to the other side of the state.
Right.
You could do that with beauty pageants.
Right. I think you only have to live there for like a certain amount of time.
I mean, how many hot chicks can possibly be in Maine?
Right. Well, a lot.
It turns out 3 other ones.
Yeah.
Or 2 other ones.
2 other hotter ones. Yeah.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps.
That's true.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries. So we will be able to build up our future for our
Oh, man. Is that what I sounded like during the Dan the Mortgage Man ad-lib, radio ad-lib?
That's what you sound like most of the time.
Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that.
Such as?
She is becoming, we're not going to talk about this, it's becoming a thing. As expected. The Rockies, Colorado Rocky baseball team took a page out of Jordan Hudson's book when it came to covering with their most embarrassing loss. They lost by 21-0 to the Padres. And they posted the score and then the quote, we're not talking about this.
Oh, no.
It's going to drive Jordan. I mean, you either embrace it and trademark it or you fight it. And
Yeah.
let me tell you how that's working out for Katy Perry. Not well.
She's getting tortured online.
That thing with Katy Perry and the Dunice character with Kristen Wiig from the Lawrence Welk Show on SNL is the most burn I have ever seen anybody take on social media in my life. That is the hottest burn I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm talking about? You follow that? The Dunice character?
Yeah, well, I saw that Katy Perry's having a meltdown online.
Oh, man. And it's perfect. It's so perfect. I don't know who thought of that, but they should win an award. They should be president for a day. I don't know. It's genius.
Yeah, let's see.
They had to teach a class on how to do comedy.
Yeah, Katy Perry says that social media, she's been the human pinata.
Right. Not in a good way.
No.
Not in a good Ethan Hawke kind of way. No, Jordan is different. She's, and I don't know. It's hard to separate rumors from facts with the Bill Belichick Jordan thing because you never know. She's not allowed on campus. What's going on? I mean, he's clearly infatuated with her,
right?
And that's his right. But she's kind of being a bitch about it. It's like you've already got him hook, line, and sinker. You don't need to be a bitch to everybody else about it. You can share Bill Belichick. It's a weird scenario.
It is weird.
It's got a weird feel to it.
I feel like she's trying to rebrand him.
Yeah. Like it was all her. Like she wants to take him next level, and I don't know how much room Bill Belichick's got to go next level. I don't know what that means.
Right.
I don't know. You want to make him a movie star? I don't know. What's your plan? Just be cool, man. And let him be Bill Belichick.
Right. I feel like that's enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
Did you know that the hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you?
Or you can listen to this one.
Bears can smell your menstruation.
I can smell your menstruation.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
According to experts, popcorn has so many damn health benefits it can help you live until you're 100 years old.
Love that popcorn.
I have a longevity expert here. His name is Dan Butner. Singing the praises of popcorn.
Let me tell you about the best snack that you can eat to
Tell me,
live to
Dan.
100, but you can also afford. Popcorn. Air Pop popcorn. It's very high in fiber. It's very high in complex carbohydrates. It even has more polyphenols than a lot of vegetables. People didn't realize that. Everybody can afford it. It is easy to make. It's easy to store. And what's the most important? It's delicious.
Super.
Yeah, do you do air pop popcorn?
What's that mean? Is that microwave?
Nope. It's in the air popper.
Oh, it's a separate machine, standalone machine.
Well, there's different air poppers.
No, we don't have one of those.
Oh.
I stick a bag in the microwave. Uh-oh, additives.
It's okay. It's fine. This guy's talking about air popped. That's the key phrase here. Air pop popcorn.
Got it.
Dude, we love the popcorns.
I love popcorn. Mm-hmm. We got some bags, some cheddar. I can't remember the brand. It seems like there's a lot of options now in the a popcorn
seasonings.
Well, yeah, that. But I mean, just as a food group, as a segment, it seems to be taking off. Do you notice that? Where you can buy really expensive bags of popcorn now.
I did buy a
specialty flavor,
bougie. Well, I didn't do not a special
about.
flavor. They're supposed to be extra large mushroom kernels. It was $8 bag of popcorn kernels.
You bought that?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to pop like how many friggin' bowls of popcorn?
Oh, I thought it was already popped.
No, dude.
Oh.
I do air pop. How many times I got to tell you I do the air popper?
I will freaking kick you in the throat. I'm going to kick you in the throat and burn your body if you don't stop yelling at me. I'm gonna pop you like a giant kernel of corn.
Goddamn air popper.
I'm gonna butter you up, and then we'll figure it out from there. We don't know what you're gonna do. Oh, the big cheese jolly time. Is that healthy?
Probably not.
No, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Probably not healthy at all.
Popcorn secrets.
Secrets, yeah.
So with your popcorn, we're going to live half the time he says we're going to live. All right, well, that's cool. Not to mention the dental bill coming after you chew on some of the mum pop kernels.
Yeah,
which
totally.
I hate. I know. I got to be careful on that. Pop a crown off.
I have noticed, though, yeah, like in the microwave section, they'll be like kettle corn, caramel corn.
Yeah.
Cheddar corn.
Yeah, it seems like.
But we just do the seasonings, the separate seasonings. And they have a dill pickle seasoning for your popcorn.
Okay, that sounds good. So air popping without the toppings is basically the secret to longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, here's my problem. Every time I do something healthy, like I air pop without a topping, I'll have 6 vodka lemonades. And then I tip the scale.
Right.
And then it goes the wrong way.
Yeah.
I need intervention.
Too bad we're all too lazy to do it.
She goes, while you're up, could you make 2 more? Would it kill you to make 2 more vodka lemonade?
Be like, oh yeah, I had that intervention scheduled today. I'm not feeling it.
not my time. Not good karma. Not good karma.
I'm just gonna flake out and leave.
Yeah. All right. Well,
right.
that's good news.
Yeah.
I love the popcorn.
I do too. And you can actually get like the Jolly Time kernels.
Yeah.
You can get the bag of popping kernels for I think it's like $2.29 or something like that. So it's not too bad. It's a super affordable snack.
So the rule then is it's only as healthy as your topping. That's your
and how you're making it.
Yeah.
You know,
or it's as healthy as you 2 ladies with no toppings on.
Oh my God.
That's a boob joke.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that good.
No. You're right.
Wow.
All right, scissoring through the news and cutting out the crap. I'm Biatch.
I love the instant reaction. I get judged on my joke the second I get done telling it.
Yeah, that's how life works.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Do you want me to wait till next year and be like, remember that joke you told? It sucked.
No, I'd rather have the trauma right. I'd rather have some popcorn and enjoy the trauma.
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.